Coming up on SAU News. With the recent hurricane's impact, see how Southern students are leading efforts to rebuild and support devastated communities.
The city of Collegedale and Urawa come together delivering supplies and relief to those hardest hit.
Student entrepreneurs and one special band were the biggest winners at Southern's annual 423 Night Market. We'll spotlight some of the best finds.
All these stories and more coming up. SAU News starts now. Welcome to SAU News. I'm Elise Boltadano.
And I'm Isabella Lagos. Our newscast is brought to you by SJC Productions in the School of Journalism and Communication.
Within days after floods and wind from Hurricane Helene that devastated North Carolina, university students are currently on the scene assisting with storm cleanup. These pictures shared by volunteers like SJC Major Sienna Escobar show the group removing fallen trees out of homes, yards, and from roads near Fletcher, North Carolina. Volunteers also handed out relief supplies, including hot meals, toiletries, and paper goods. Some homes still have no power or running water. Now many families whose homes were flooded are in a race to remove soaked drywall to save houses from getting mold. It's a process called mucking out. Students are required to wear N95 masks and gloves while working, averaging 3 houses a day. Students also pray with the families who they are helping. SJC students report they have joined a group totaling around 70 volunteers working around Fletcher.
After seeing so much destruction, Collegedale civic leaders organized a disaster relief donation drive for storm-ravaged areas in Tennessee and North Carolina. At the University Church, families dropped off cleaning supplies, food, diapers, and cases of water. Volunteers packed boxes that were later delivered into the Collegedale Commons. It served as a central drop-off for Ottawa residents in surrounding cities like East Ridge. The supplies were flown out of the Collegedale Airport into remote areas of North Carolina where access was cut off by washed-out roads. This man brought a car full of needed goods.
Just seeing all the news reports and all the destruction in the Carolinas, these folks are really dealing with a lot. It's hard to know what to do, but we figured the least we could do would be to contribute supplies.
We're going to take this, and we've been to Irwin, to Greenville, to Burnsville, and several others. We've flown food into Asheville as well with our pilots here in Collegedale. It's been a very successful gathering of people to help.
If it hadn't been for the people that got involved and in such a big way, this would have never happened.
In all, more than 280,000 pounds of relief supplies were delivered.
Musicians took center stage at this year's 423 Night Market. 3 musical groups competed in a battle of the bands. Besides the music, the night market featured 81 vendors that showcased many talents of student entrepreneurs. They sold everything from homemade food to hand-drawn portraits, but probably the most popular item sold was clothing. The event took place in the Halsey Wellness Center parking lot. SA President Edvan Benitez hopes the night market will help promote student-run businesses. SAU News reporter Sienna Escobar talked with customers about their night market experience.
Hi, can you introduce yourself and tell us your favorite part about tonight?
Hello guys, my name is Esmeralda and my favorite part for sure was the backyardigans.
My favorite part of the night was, I got to see my boy Cheedy performing up there.
I would say I really enjoyed the crochet booths.
The bands, just like meeting new people, and all the food booths and the desserts are really good too.
Definitely the clothing, the thrifting. I'm a big thrifting guy.
I see you have some stuff here. What was the best bargain you got out there tonight?
I gotta say this. It's listed for 80. He was gonna sell it for 120. I got it for 60.
I got matcha from Joel's booth. I don't like matcha, but that was so good. And I got Hot Wheels. I'm not into Hot Wheels, but I got 3 cars. And like for $1 each, I was like, bro, I get this for like 2.5 in freaking Dollar Tree. I got this for $1 here. I love it. I love it.
I bought a few like crochet things. Would you come again?
Yeah, I would. I love the atmosphere, all the people, it's a great time.
Reporting for SAU News, I'm Sienna Escobar.
Thanks to Sienna for those interviews. The winner of the Battle of the Bands contest was the Backyardigans. Isabella, what was your favorite booth at 423 Night Market?
Personally, my favorite booth was Anea Parker's Tremendous Christmas. I really loved all the festivity. Last weekend, what was once supposed to be an all-night event turned into an all-day softball marathon. SAU News reporter Michelle Mita reports from the sidelines.
Let's go! Woo, woo.
From the very first pitch to the last out, intramural softball team is there up, ready to give it their all in this 12-hour marathon known as all-day softball. Located near Hulsey Center, the teams were motivated for the day filled with skill, focus, and determination.
So far, all we've done is practice because every team's forfeiting. They're scared of us. A little disappointed because I like doing the all night, but it's fine. We had to salvage it somehow. Still fun to go out here and play.
But although the teams endured rough challenges, good memories were still made. Reporting for SAU News, I'm Michelle Mita.
It's wonderful to see the teams playing with strong teamwork and enthusiasm.
A New York Times columnist and author says Christians cannot let the nation's polarized politics keep us from loving our neighbors, no matter who they support for president. That was the message from New York Times columnist and author David French, who gave this year's Arlen Sauls lecture. SAU News reporter Isabella Lagos filed this report.
It gives me the great pleasure to invite on stage Mr. French. Please give him a warm Southern welcome.
On September 19th, New York Times columnist and best-selling author David French came to speak at the Isles PE Center. With years of experience navigating law, politics, and religion, French brought a unique perspective and a set of stories to students.
This was my only popular moment in law school because I said, my name is David French. I come from a school nobody's heard of. I come from a town nobody's heard of. And the admissions committee has made a terrible mistake.
Recently, French has been writing about the political polarization in America. He blames it on people not having friends or a sense of belonging.
And when you don't have a sense of belonging, is people are drawn towards authoritarianism. They are drawn towards belonging in large movements that are demagogic and authoritarian.
French emphasized that the main solution is to love unconditionally, and for Christians, to reach out to those with whom we disagree.
The call now, in the eve of an election where emotions are running incredibly high, is to reach out to people with whom we disagree. It is to love unconditionally. That is the call. That is what heals us.
Afterward, French was joined on stage by TV news anchor Latrice Curry, who read out questions submitted by the audience. Students told us the program gave them a lot to reflect on.
It'd be really easy for me to say, yeah, that's true about them, but it really stood out to me how much I have to learn. One thing that stood out to me was how well he incorporated Christianity into the piece, and not in a way that seemed vague or just thrown in because he was speaking to a Christian university, but one that truly felt like it came from the heart and from a way that patterned after Christ.
Thank you all very much.
French left a lasting impression as a courageous Christian journalist. Reporting for SAU News, I'm Isabella Lagos.
The SJC's Lynn Sauls lecture series has previously featured NPR News anchor Michelle Martin and Watergate journalist Carl Bernstein.
The School of Journalism and Communication accepted an invitation to help host the university's fundraising gala in downtown Chattanooga. Ignite Live co-hosts Genesis Gresham and Matthew Taylor were in the spotlight. They introduced and interviewed student chefs who competed in a culinary arts cooking demonstration as a part of the event's pre-show. Gala guests were also entertained by Southern's Jazz Ensemble, followed by a dinner featuring a live auction. More than 20 area businesses, many owned by alumni, sponsored tables at the event. It's the Gala's third year, and so far it has raised more than $220,000 in scholarships for first-year generation students.
Many viewers may not realize that Southern's campus radio station is part of the School of Journalism and Communication. The WSMC FM has been around since 1961 when it signed on the air with only 10 watts. It has grown in size and power, becoming the only classical music station in the greater Chattanooga area, broadcasting at 100,000 watts, the maximum allowed by the FCC. It is now time to do our part and keep that tradition alive. The fall fundraising drive is underway. Station managers and student announcers are asking listeners for donations and gifts to keep WSMC on the air. Our goal is to raise $265,000 to bring the best in classical music to our community. Make your gift today by going online to wsmc.org/give.
Knowing that your car is safe and roadworthy is the key to a happy road trip. And that's exactly what Southern's automotive tech majors offered last weekend to motorists in Ottawa. The university's technology department set up a free car inspection clinic in the Samaritan Center parking lot. As a new driver pulled up, students popped the hood to check belts, hoses, headlights, and tires. While no repairs are done on site, 2 technology professors were on hand to lend their expertise. The technology department has been offering the service each October and April for the past 19 years.
SAU News is a student-run production here in Southern School of Journalism and Communication. I'm Elise Baltodano.
And I'm Isabella Lagos. Do you have a newsworthy story? Message us on Instagram at SAU_news.
See you next time on SAU News. Have a great day.